Now, this is the screen I showed you yesterday, lookups, masters, and then we talked about what is a transaction. Always there will be a unique thing and then there will be a transaction. And we discussed about workflow. Data moves from one page to another page and data moves from one user to another user. Companies will also ask for a quotation. Material request we have seen yesterday. Quotation meaning, how many of you have seen tenders? Okay. Tender, have you seen a tender notice? Good. Somebody has tried a hammam soap tender. Very good. Who is that? Somebody has already given a tender yesterday, tried something. I like that. That is good. Okay. Or maybe old data, I think. Oh, this is 2013. Okay. Okay. Now, tender meaning, for example, uh, um, government of India or say Tamil Nadu government or Kerala government wants 1,000 laptops or 10,000 laptops, or say for the ration shop they want some 1 lakh hammam soaps. It's also being sold in the ration shops. So what they will do is they will ask for, okay, what is the item? What is the item I need? What is the quantity I need? I say, let us say 50,000 pieces I want. I want before 11th of 23. Any note, like I would say additional instruction, packaging must be good. Okay. Price range, I am looking at between 15 and 18 rupees per soap. Vendor code, I would say vendor 1, add vendor. I think there is a problem here in this end date. There is some problem over here. Okay. Always it is giving this error. I need to find out why it is giving that error. Now, once a person saves this information, this is nothing but a tender. Remember this screen. Every day we will take one concept of a ERP. I moved back to my screen. 3rd February 2023, Friday. This thing is material request is I need item XYZ quantity 100 before this date from this location to this store or this location. This is the material request. There are n number of Hyundai service centers, n number of Ford service centers, n number of TVS service centers. They will tell Maruti Suzuki or whichever they are servicing, I need a steering wheel, I need a door, I need a door mat, I need a gearbox, I need this tire before this date because some customer wants it. I don't have it in my store. This is called a material request. Second thing is request for quotation. This means this is also known as tender. What is this? They cannot buy one by one. Ford cannot order just one tire. But the tire is supplied by Apollo tires, MRO tires, Michelin tires, JK tires. There are multiple tire factories across India. So let us say customer wants quotation for item XYZ in the price range A to B before this date. Again, this is not a and the quantity also. Quantity 12,000. They will say for Madras Hyundai factory or Madras Ford factory, I need 15,000 tires within this price range. So you need to submit a quotation. whichever person who is supplying the tires will submit the quotation. Then they will decide, should I give the contract to this person or should I give the contract to another person, depending upon price, quality, etc. So these two are the inevitable stuff across the board. Everywhere it is there. Is this concept clear? If so, can you please raise your hands? Is this concept clear? Material request and then request for quotation. Because they cannot just like that buy one or two items. And just because the owner knows somebody, he or she cannot give the contract to somebody else. It has to go through a proper process. Otherwise, corruptions will happen. Even with this, corruption can happen. Yes. But this is a must. Now, let me tell you. This is the domain knowledge. Remember, in our course, we have mentioned domain specific knowledge. You need to know domains. Domains means what? Domains means industries. Textile is a domain. Automobile is a domain. Banking is a domain. Insurance is a domain. Healthcare is a domain. Shipping is a domain. Stock market is a domain. Domain meaning industry. Education is a domain. Only the software is needed for an automobile company. The bank needs a software. Insurance company needs a software. To work for that insurance company, you need to know what is insurance. You need to know that industry. Without even knowing textile industry, you cannot give a software to textile industry. Without even knowing the retail business or e-commerce business, how can you develop an e-commerce application? So domain is extremely important. You need to develop that knowledge over a period of time. As part of our stuff, we will be giving essential knowledge in most of the common domains. This is what I am trying to do. Now, today, it's very specific to testing. There is a concept called CRUD. CRUD concept. What is this CRUD concept? Create, read, update, delete. Somebody also calls it as CRUD. Create, update, read, delete. But create, read, update, delete. This is the right order. What is this? Let me go back to my screen. You see here, when I go and then add, okay. Let me go here, roles. I go to roles. I go and then say purchase manager. Okay. Purchase manager is a role. I say add. This is not there before. I create. Anywhere you see add or insert or for the first time create is called this one. C stands for create, add, insert, or save for the first time. Read, view, select. Is read. What is read? Now I have created that record. How will I know it is created? I go to the last one. I see, oh, PUCH managers, purchase manager is created. No, I see, I read, I see, I view that record on the screen. This is called a read. Now I go and then say edit. When I say edit, I say instead of PURCH manager, I said PURCH, I said save again. Ideally, it should have been save. Now I go here. Now it added one more thing, right? Always add means adding. It is purchase manager. Now I go here. Sorry. Purchase manager at state level. I just change the description. That means previously it was saying only purchase manager. I modified it to have purchase manager at state level. So anywhere you see do means update or edit or modify or change. D means delete, remove, erase, trash. What does it mean? I go here. I felt this is wrongly added. I delete, click OK. It is gone. It is gone. This is called CRUD concept or CRUD methodology. Across the software, across all industries, create, read, update, delete. Srishti, same thing. Creation. Read and updation is your protection. Deletion is death, destruction. It's the same concept. In Tamil, you will see Akal, Katal, Arital. Akal means creation. Katal is the one update because you change every day. You improve every day. Destruction finally. Human body, it gets created. It is seen. It updates itself. Cells are new. Nail is new. Hair is new. Color becomes different. You keep on updating your body. Delete. One day the body goes off. Same thing holds good for breathing also. You consume the air, it gets updated because oxygen level to carbon dioxide level is changed. Finally, it is exhausted. So any industry you take, any object you take, create, read, update, delete is standard. This is why in your database, you will always say create insert statement. Database is always done governed by just 4 statements. Select, insert, update, delete. That is exactly what you see in all the databases because data can be inserted, data can be viewed, data can be updated, data can be deleted. Anything you take, it is only these 4 operations. But the read is very powerful because only in the read and update, a lot of things happening. Creation is one time, but multiple times it is seen, multiple times it is updated. Every time you change your address, your bank also should change the address. Everything changes. So change is inevitable. Creation is one time, destruction is one time, but read and update multiple times. This is happening. So create one time, delete one time, read and update multiple times. Is this clear? CRUD concept. Create, read, update, delete. If so, can you please raise your hands? Good. Entire database, all database, Oracle, MS SQL, MySQL, Postgres, name anything. Everything have only select, insert, update, delete. Nothing beyond that. Now, for a moment, I will stop sharing my screen. With respect to a document, can you tell what is a create, update, delete with respect to a document? Say a Word document. How do you create a Word document? You can type it in the chat. How do you create a Word document? Right. MS Office, you go to Word, click New. Then a new document gets created. Google Docs, same way, create Control plus New. Control and New. New or the plus symbol, you create a document. With respect to read the document, what do? You open the document, see the document. That is what is the view. With respect to update the document, what do you do? What can be updated in the document? You can edit the content. You can edit the content of the document and click on save. Correct. There is one other modification that is possible. Rename the document itself. That is a modification. Correct. One is updating the content. That is also a modification. I rename the document. That is also a modification. 3. Fourth item, delete. What will you do with the delete? I delete certain characters, I delete certain lines, I delete certain pages, I delete certain sentences. That's a delete. Same way I can delete the document itself. So CRUD works for document also. Now a file folder in your Windows Explorer, correct? Same way when you go to this file folder, you can create a folder. You can create a folder. You can create a file inside the folder. You can rename the folder. You can delete the folder. Possible. Either you use through menus or you use shortcuts. Either way, create, update, create, read, update, delete. It is always applicable. Anything you take. Anything you take. Shirt. Create the shirt. See the shirt. Update the shirt. It is torn. You have to stitch it. You have to do some alteration. That's a modification. Delete the shirt. Remove the shirt from your place. Delete the shirt. Paper, any material, any document, it is applicable. That is why the database system is viewed in a very big way, because everything can be brought into create, read, update, delete. Srishti Sthiti Samhar. Akal Katal Arital. Right? Standard. It is applicable to every industry. Now, as a tester, I will share my screen. As a tester, what am I going to do? This is what exactly do, whether it is correctly created, whether it is correctly viewed, whether it is correctly updated, whether it is correctly deleted. In this, I am going to give, yesterday I told about positive and negative tests. Try to create, try to destroy. Okay, both you should do. Try to make it work, try to destroy, try to pass, try to fail. Both should be tested. Now, one more step ahead I am going to do. That is a way, there is a structured way of testing. What is a structured way of testing? That means rather than making it as an art, you have to make it as a science, so that chance of failure is less. Try to approach it as science. Then you will not be failing. At least you'll be able to predict how much I can convince or succeed. So how will I do that? Very simple. It is called a checklist approach. Now let me stop my screen once again. You have to go for a long trip. Okay. Somebody said a sequence followed in order. Correct. Yes, you need to follow that structured sequence. You have to go for a long trip for 2 months. Maybe from South India to North India, or North India to South India, or a foreign country. What will you do as a first step? Suppose you have to go to Delhi from Chennai. Planning. While planning, okay, tickets are purchased, everything is done. Somebody said, take necessary things. What are those necessary things? When you say pack the things, how do you know you have packed all the items? How do you know? You will make a checklist, right? List of items in a paper, you will write these many pants, these many shirts, winter clothings, paste, brush, all those things. Checklist. A checklist is nothing but a list of items that you should prepare and check with that activity. Oh, I have taken the pants, shirts, paper, pencil, or you are going for an interview. You will do a checklist, right? Same way. You go to the doctor, they have an item, they put a tick mark. This is done, blood test done, urine test done, this is done. Everywhere you go, there is a checklist. The checklist approach will ensure a trustworthy or a easy way to do it. Sorry, I'm not well today. Having cold and fever. Okay. So checklist approach is the structured approach. So we need to use the checklist approach in testing. This is the simple concept. How will I make a checklist of items? That is the next step. Before I go to that, tomorrow 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is your MCQ test. Okay, I'm going to put that on the screen. What is that? Tomorrow's date is 4th February. 4th February 2023. MCQ 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. There will be one question paper for development, one question paper for testing. Again, development people will attend that, testing people will attend this. And one for OS and DB, one for aptitude, one for analytical reason, soft skills. So it will be 25 questions in each paper. Ideally, we look at 120 minutes, right? 100 minutes are more than enough. 100 minutes more than enough, but still we will keep that. Again, we will start only at 11. We all wish that you come at the same time and then attend that. This time it will not be in Open Mentor portal, it will be in Google Forms only, because the reason is the portal from non-Moodle is not fully integrated for some technical reasons. So after that, it will be through non-Moodle portal for Tamil Nadu engineering students. For all other people, it will be Open Mentor. But tomorrow we just want, again, this is not for any grading. This is only for practice. Okay. Tomorrow's test is only a practice to make sure that every week you attend some 120 questions. Then you will have a good feel of what you have done in the week. So the link, MCQ link, we will publish in Open Mentor website. Okay. As usual, if you go to this Open Mentor website, okay, you go to openmentor.net. This is the home page. Okay, Upskill India page is here. If you go to Upskill India page, tomorrow we will give another button over here, MCQ links. You click on that MCQ link, pretty much you come over here, right? At the bottom, you will see MCQ links also here for each of these things. So you will be able to attend those things. So tomorrow only we will publish and then remove that after that. So tomorrow, every Saturday, this time it is only a mock. It's just for practice. Tomorrow 11 to 1 p.m. After that there is no class. Okay. All Saturdays are booked for MCQs. Basically it's a recap and the energizing, re-energizing session for what you have gone throughout that week. Is this clear? Can you please raise your hands? I'll just push that into chat also. Okay. I am pushing that into chat. And this is only a all MCQ. Okay. Yes, you have to attend. You somebody asked, can I attend 2 exams, both development and testing? Yeah, if you have gone through recorded material, whatever, you can attend. Not a problem at all. Though we push all the question paper once, by 11 o'clock itself, all the question paper will be available. You can attend in whatever sequence you want. But remember, I always told it, I swear on my country, my motherland. I swear on my mother tongue. I swear on my mother. I swear on my family that I take the test honestly. Swear that and then do. Okay. So I expect this is not proctored. This is not governed by anything. We respect you. We trust you. We trust you. Honesty is up to you. Okay. This is for your own betterment. Okay. Every Saturday we will have this 2-hour session. Going forward, it may extend to maybe 3 hours because you will increase the number of questions, but you will be able to solve it. It will be a good recap. In any order you can attend, no problem. And I always believe it can be open book. It will always be open book. Even for I'm a strict person to say that even for colleges we should have only open book. Even for schools you can have it open book. Not a problem at all. Kids are sharp. People are sharp. Only thing you need to give clues. In today's world, don't ask them to mug up. Let them see. Are they able to do? That is only thing I expect. Are they able to memorize? Are they able to just vomit in the paper? Doesn't show the intelligence at all. Are they able to solve? Are they able to do? Yes, that is exactly what we want. Cool. Now let's go back to our this session. I'll give you one example for this CRUD. I have already given the CRUD methodology. Now I'll give you the checklist approach. I'm coming back to the screen. The first checklist. Okay. Remember our class? First, I think a third or fourth class. The second class, I think. Forms or pages, elements. For each element in a page. For each element in a page. What do I mean by that? I mean this. Suppose I come to this. This is an element. This is an element. This is an element. This is an element. Each one is an element. Especially where you can give inputs by typing. Text elements basically. Text or number elements. For each element. For each element in the page, mainly text or number input fields to these. The way you have to simply test. Number one, what is that? Check empty. I'll remove this every time I have to type this word. Empty. Minimum 1 character length, right? Length minimum 1 character. Length n character. Value minimum, value, maximum, value, negative, value, junk. I'll explain what it is. Let us take this one alone. Every field you take, empty. I go here. This is empty. I try to add empty. Does it warn me that it cannot be empty? Now I type one character A and then click one. It says length of the code greater than 5 characters. Now I say A, B, C, D, E. And then I say click add. Now it is length of the description, right? Or greater than 6 characters. A, B, C, D, E, F. Now I say add. It is giving this error. Okay. Now I say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. I is 9. I click add. It is giving I, J. Add. I, J. Now it is added because this is more than 5 characters. This is also 10 characters. So it gets added. So what I essentially did, I checked whether empty gets added or is it giving error. I tried one character, is it added? I tried n character, is it added? Then this is a text field. If it is a number field, then there's a value. Age must be between 1 and say 10 and 120. Then you should also give minimum value, maximum value, right? This is called lower boundary. This is called upper boundary. Okay? So you need to check this is called a boundary testing. Minimum and maximum and negative values. I go here and then give I give these kind of characters. It accepts. So someone has to say, hey, you are giving some junk characters. If my customer says it should not accept junk, then you should report it as a problem. If the customer doesn't say that, you can go ahead. So whether it accepts junk. Any text field you take, there is a checklist. Empty, minimum 1 character, up to n character. Then length more than n character. Because in code, minimum character also should be 6. Maximum character also must be 6 only. If you give 5 or 7, it should not accept. Age between 10 and 120. Minimum 2 digits, maximum 3 digits. But maximum 3 digits value should be only up to 120. 121 should not be accepted. 9 should not be accepted. So you need to test for one field. And in the age field, you enter ABC. In the age field, you enter comma, semicolon, plus symbol. Does it accept? Let us do that. For example, I go here and in the items master, the unit of measurement is pre-order level. I say ABCDE, ABCDE, item categories. I try to add. It says, please enter a number. The number field, digit or character is treated as a junk. Now I say, what does it say? So everywhere you need to try this. Why should I test this? Because the programmer should have written an if then else condition inside. If the programmer has not written that if then else condition properly, it will allow junk characters in the price field. Imagine the withdrawal form accepts ABCDE and then money goes, hi, you have withdrawn ABCDE rupees. It will become very awkward. So for every field, you must check this. This is a first checklist item. Is this clear? Is this concept clear? Good. Now, what I'm going to do is, where can I find my class notes? You know where you can find the recordings. I showed it yesterday. Now there is a GitHub. I'll also pass on this thing. I'll also link it into the website. I'll put it into the chat, right? I'll put it into the chat. Copy paste that, right? Copy paste that link. Now in this one, all the class nodes, OS and DB, whatever nodes, Krishna or Kaushik, it will come over here. Whatever this thing in terms of testing, the class nodes will appear here. Okay. Whatever with respect to soft skills, you could see it here. So every time, almost on a daily basis, we will be uploading all the documents. For development, coding will also be available here. Everything will be provided right here. So this is a GitHub, public Git repository. I have already shared that information. So you will be in a position to get all our class notes, codes, PowerPoint presentations, any material will be publicly available to everyone to see this. Okay. Any questions for the day? I will stop sharing my screen now here. Any questions for the day? I'm stopping the recording.